What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustler here, and today I have Kevin from Cyberworld 7 with me today. How's it going, Kevin?
Good. Well, me and him are doing a collab. I have his channel here, so check it out. Subscribe if you haven't yet. You know, every subscriber is we appreciate every subscriber that subscribes to us because we like to grow.
Every subscriber is important to us.
Yes.
So today we have like a different kind of video for you guys. Usually we have top 3 best stocks to buy for the next month. But since we might be potentially entering a bear market, today we're going to have top 3 worst stocks to invest in for the month of December. So top 3 worst stocks. So these are stocks that you do not want to be invested in.
Or at least we think that because we're in a bear market, we're thinking that the stock will decline. And we're just doing a fun prediction video if you know how correct we are, and we'll come back to this video next month on December 19th to see how accurate the prediction is for our top 3 worst stocks.
So we could easily release this video, and then next thing you know, the markets go green and we have a Santa Claus rally, and we are completely wrong, and these top 3 worst stocks turn into the best stocks. But for now, we're gonna start off with the top 3 worst stocks that we think are the worst stocks to invest in for the next month. But if these stocks do drop to a certain point, it might create a good buying opportunity. But as of right now, we think that these stocks might continue to decline. So Kevin, why don't you start off with one of your companies?
Okay, so are you gonna pull up the chart for Apple?
Yeah, we'll talk about Apple, so I'll pull up the Apple chart. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna share screen. So your first company, oh man, it's showing something else, but it's okay. So do you see that, right?
Oh, for some reason it's not sharing on my thing.
That's what I'm saying. You should probably record with Zoom, but
oh,
you
okay.
don't see it, right?
No, I have it in front of me. So basically, I honestly believe that Apple, in 1 year, Apple has gone up all the way to $200 because of the problems of production, like how, they can't manufacture, like they've been cutting back on the iPhone's production.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible because, like, first Tim Cook comes on and say, no more iPhone and iPads and everything else numbers. We're just going to give you revenue and income. And then after that, they go and they cut like production of the cell phone. I believe that because of that, even Mr. Warren Buffett cannot save the stock from declining. At least that's what I believe. I believe that this stock's heading back to 160. At 160, I would definitely be a buyer. I would still be cautious, but I would definitely be a buyer at 160. Because the stock pays dividends and it's a great company, and long term, I think the stock will probably recover, especially when iPhone 5G comes out. I think that's going to be the new super cycles for iPhones. And then my next stock is Aurora. Unless we have some kind of Christmas rally, I do believe we will see Aurora in the low $5 possibly going below 5 to the 4.7, 4.8 US dollars. I don't think it'll hit the lowest at 410, but anything is possible in the market, I guess. So that's what I believe is going to happen. I think this stock's going to decline over the coming months unless some kind of good news comes out that rallies the stock back to maybe $8, $9, $10. At least this is my opinion. I could be totally wrong. And then
these companies could push forward, but as of now, it does look like we're in a bear market, and these companies will continue to decline.
And I might get some hate for Aurora Cannabis because, there's a lot of people that like this company and they don't want to hear the stock going down. So,
everyone loves Aurora.
Yeah.
And then your third company would be
AMD. Why? Because I think AMD is going down to $15. I think it's going to get a reevaluation because NVIDIA has gone through such a correction that I believe that AMD has to have that correction too. So I think AMD is going down to $15. NVIDIA might go down to $100. If it does, I'll definitely be a buy. I still think NVIDIA is a good company, but I think AMD is gonna follow Nvidia. I think AMD is gonna go down to $15, possibly $10, just depending on how bad Nvidia crashes. So we'll see. This is my prediction. So I think AMD could go to $15, even possibly to the $10 level. So we'll see what happens though. But at the $10 level, I'll be a big buyer because I see AMD having, like, I see positive future. Like I can see AMD's like future, and I see very prosperous. So that's why I'm very bullish on AMD long term. But short term, anything's possible. I think AMD can go to $10 because Nvidia has just had such a big correction, and AMD's kind of connected to Nvidia. So okay, that's my top 3 worst stocks. What's yours now?
Well, first, I do want to say that I kind of agree with AMD. I could see it going to $14 to $12 in the short term, because that did seem to be their support and their from the past. But yeah, I definitely do agree with AMD. And so my top worst stocks would be, one of them is Apple. And just from looking at these charts, I could see Apple going back down to $160 level, maybe even the $150 level, but we'll have to see. But I do think that Tim Cook decided not to release, because you did talk about how they are no longer going to tell you the sales of iPhones and iPads or individual things. They're just going to give you numbers, pretty much, right?
Yeah, just revenue numbers and income, and like they'll have like hardware and then maybe service and then something else. They won't give you the individual numbers of how much iPhones they sold or how many Macs they sold. Just like hardware sales. That's it.
Yeah, well, I do think they're doing that mostly because Apple is more than just an iPhone.
No, they're hiding the numbers. They don't want bad press release. That's what I believe. I believe they're hiding numbers.
One of their earnings in the past, they had really good earnings, but their iPhone sales were not what was expected. So maybe because of that, they're deciding not to release specific numbers, because they might have one section that's doing really well, like their services, and then they might have one that's slowly declining, like their iPhones. So that might be why they're hiding their numbers. But I do still think Apple will continue to grow, and they're becoming more than just an iPhone and Apple, like a computer company. They sell everything. They sell all sorts of gadgets. I pretty much own everything Apple. So, but I do think in the short term they could go to 160, 150, and I will be buying some Apple if that's the case, and I'm sure Warren Buffett will be doing it too. Another company would be Cron, and the reason why I don't like Cron, right, because I used to be invested into Cron. Actually, not too long ago, I sold off all my Cron shares. I'm going to pull up the chart. It was in this recent spike here, where it went up. I sold it at $11.52, and today Cron is at $10.95, and this is Canadian prices. And the reason why I pretty much sold off all my shares, which I never do, usually I just sell a percentage of my shares, but that's because I lost faith in this company after the horrible earnings. I think they had I forget the exact numbers. It was like 3 million gross revenue, and they had a market cap of like over 2 billion at the time, or close to 2 billion. So I just think Cron is just way overvalued, and they just don't seem to be growing like all the other companies like Aurora and Canopy. And so I lost complete faith in Cron, so I sold off all my shares. And I could see Cron going, let's pull up the 6-month chart, and Cron isn't even close to their 52-week low, but that's very low. I don't think it'll go close to 380, but I could see Cron going down to the $7 range, to around $7, maybe even lower. But I do see Cron hitting $7, and then maybe there I'll be comfortable enough to start a position with them again. But for now, I completely sold all my Cron shares. I'm no longer with Cron. And my last one, even though I believe in this company and I think it's a really good company, and this company has a lot of potential in the future, and this company has grown.
Hold on, can you go back to Cron?
Yeah, I could go back to Cron. What's up?
I just want to add that Andrew Leff said that this stock deserves to be $3.50. So, like, honestly, I've done a lot of research on Cron. Well, I tried to do a lot of research on Cron, and I don't understand the company. They're not very transparent. They're kind of all over the place, and like, it just, I can't put the connections together, and I can't see what the hell this company really does besides grow weed, and at a very low scale too. So I don't get why they're so overvalued. I don't get it. Maybe because they're international company, but Wayland is also an international company. This company doesn't even advertise that they're a low cost producer. All they do is like, I don't know. I don't get this company at all. If it goes to $3.50, I'd definitely pick up just for fun, because it might go up again. But besides that, I honestly would just stay away from this company. Even if it went back to like $7, I would buy something like Afria, where I'm more comfortable investing in a company I know versus a company that I just don't understand at all.
Well, if it did go down to 350, that would be its 52-week low, and yeah, that would be a very nice price to pick up some Cron. I would only pick them up at $7 because I feel like they'll start hitting a support at that point, and I could do a nice little swing trade at $7.
Yeah, I understand your
long term with Cron. Like I don't in them long term.
I understand what you're thinking, but I'm saying that isn't there like a better, like, let's say if Cron does hit that $7 level, wouldn't there be another investment that would be a better use of your money versus Cron? Like, let's say Afria, or maybe even Canopy. What if Canopy goes to $36? Canopy would be a way safer company to put your money in than Cron, because Cron, like, I don't understand it.
Well, I made some money off Cron. I made about $1,000. I've done a few swing trades with them, and I sold everything off. So, yeah, but I do know what you mean. But I've been swing trading with almost all these.
Okay, now I guess we can go to Microsoft.
Yeah, so my next company, and it's simply just by looking at these charts right here, Microsoft has pretty much been bullish for the past, let's see how many years. In the past 5 years, Microsoft has been bullish. Right now, when you look at Microsoft's 52-week range, they are nowhere near their 52-week low. When you compare that to a company like Apple, where actually it's almost the same thing. Apple's not in their 52-week low, but Microsoft, I feel like they might be dropping. They might have potential to drop to $80 to $86, $85. I do like Microsoft. There's nothing wrong with this company, but if this bearish market does continue, then I could see Microsoft declining to $80. I don't think it'll go any less than 80, but at 80, at that point, I think it's definitely a bargain. Right now, Microsoft has a PE ratio of 25 and a market cap of 831 billion. So, but yeah, I could definitely see this company declining, not because there's anything wrong with it, but just because the market will drag it down with it. And recently, it hasn't really got beat up that much. It went from a 52-week high of 116, and right now they're sitting at 104. So it's not that bad. So Microsoft has not really gotten beat up. And we might see Microsoft decline if this bear market continues. So yeah, those are my top three. So we both agreed on Apple.
Okay, hold on. I want to add a little bit to Microsoft. When I first went into the market, about a year, maybe 2 years later, I remember buying Microsoft at like $22. So
5 times your money.
No, I could have 5 times my money. I'm just saying that, like, for me to see like this stock at $100 when I used to buy it at $22, it's just I can't mentally buy it. It just wouldn't make any sense. If the stock dropped back down to maybe like $50, yeah, maybe I'll dip my toes into the water. But like, I just can't. Like, look at that run. It's just like the company hasn't dramatically changed that much within that time frame. At least I think. I'm not 100% positive. Within the 5-year time frame from 2013 to 2018, I don't think the company fundamentally has changed that much. I could be wrong. I actually never followed their numbers, but I don't think they deserve what they are right now. In my opinion, I would not touch a stock at $104.
Yeah, well, if it did drop down to 50, it would go to its 20. It would go back to numbers that it had at 20 in 2016.
Yeah,
which would be a crazy bargain. I don't see it going as low as 50, but
it could be. It could, because we could be in a correction right now.
If it's that bad, if it gets ugly, I guess I won't be surprised then. But I think this like at $80, I could start a position with them, and then if it continues,
Well, what's the market cap on Microsoft? You know,
831 billion.
Okay, what's the market cap on Apple?
Probably 900. Let's see, 918 billion.
Do you honestly believe that Microsoft deserves the same, very similar market cap to Apple? In your honest opinion?
I don't think so. But
Yeah,
then again, Microsoft is everywhere. They have Xbox, they have computers, they have like.
Apple sells phones. Everybody needs a phone. Microsoft does not sell phone. Microsoft is a software company.
Yeah, Microsoft, they're like the pioneers, though. That's probably why they've been around for a while. They've been around since 19.
I get it, but if you look at the revenue number, you look at the profit. Apple is a better investment than Microsoft. So Microsoft right now is in the overinflated area. At least this is my opinion. Just because Apple had such a correction and Microsoft didn't.
Yeah,
Microsoft should have a correction like Apple.
Because of that correction, because not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, Apple was sitting over $1 billion.
Man, if I had my margin account, I would put a short on Microsoft, just because I believe it's gonna have a correction soon.
So instead of titling this video "Top 3 Worst Stocks," maybe we should say "Top 3 Stocks to Short." But
no, top 3 worst stocks, yeah.
How much time have we been talking?
Way more than 10 minutes.
All right, so then we're good. We could wrap it up right here.
Yeah, 60 minutes. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll do my intro and then I'll start recording. You can do yours, okay? So hey, thanks for watching, guys. Check out our channel if you haven't. I'll put Investor and Hustler in the link below. And give us a thumbs up for putting in the effort of making this video. And if you dislike it, give me a thumbs down, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.